Seems the louder we're singing, the less they're hearing. Babylon got them so mindless they can't see Armageddon is near them. I try to shake them, to wake them, but they say they'd rather be sleeping. So don't be surprised if my eyes tend to skies and inside me my spirit is weeping.
Welcome back to the Bob Tuskin Show. We have John from Barbados with us. He's hanging out riding shotgun with me at the moment. We also have none other than...
Can you hear me?
What's on your mind?
Oh, you guys are forgetting to mention the Brotherhood. You know, the phrase of the Brotherhood is, are you a fellow traveler? And that's the same phrase the communists use to identify a fellow communist. Did you know that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. I'm not sure what that's a reference to, but okay, interesting.
Oh, Freemasonry.
Right, yeah.
A fellow traveler. That's, there's many signs and passwords and such.
Yeah.
But the roots of, there's a synthesis between, fascism and communism that creates socialism, and right now, like, we're feeling the effects of that. But you gotta remember the world is a stage, and everything that appears to happen is definitely not what's happening.
Every single thing we've been taught, we should think very, very deeply about and question. I agree with it.
I'd like to reference the trivium method. There's a lot of people that have been mistaught in the older world, like the 1800s. It was a crime to teach someone as a layman. Like, layman means to misteach. If you were to misteach someone, that was a punishable crime, especially children. It's really interesting because right now in our county, there's like a sheriff, and his name is Darby.
I want to hear about that in just a second.
The IRS is a private corporation, not a government agency. Income tax is collected by voluntary compliance. To learn to unvolunteer or discontinue volunteering into the IRS, visit escapeharassment.com and immediately implement Strategy 1. The process must be repeated each and every time. Paper, letter, envelope, presentment, etc. Always and forever. Failure equates to acceptance, subsequent resultant contract, and you pay or go to jail by your own consent and agreement contract. Avoid recontracting. Visit escapeharassment.com and implement Strategy 1 immediately. Bar lawyers and accountants won't help you. Why wait? Get Strategy 1 and immediately implement it to divorce the IRS today and forever. That's escapeharassment.com, Strategy 1, to be free from the IRS. Escapeharassment.com.
To their names can be added those of hundreds and thousands of others who stood in the way of the new order. Right now isn't what we're building for.
Show 394-43. About to tell us about your sheriff up there. Go ahead.
Oh, me and my friend were just talking about the Montana Freeman because of the commercial you just had on there about the detaxation. Because, like, about 10 years ago or so, the Montana Freemen, they were a group that organized a town that were printing their license plates and et cetera, and then basically they were detaxing people and they all got busted, and it was, I don't know, but a local sheriff of ours, Darleaf, was, he's like a pro militia, and like they have an investigation where they took all the computers from the county place, and there's psychological warfare going on right now where people are if they hear the word militia, they associate it with terrorists. If they hear the word patriot, they associate it with terrorists. And the psychological warfare, I mean, it does not stop. Like, people are, they're being taught situation ethics in schools where it's okay to murder or it's okay to steal because of this situation, and they change their ethics up depending on the situations, and then they pervert stuff to basically trick people into doing things by misteaching them, and I don't know, but all the war, it's about the CFR, it's about the United Nations, and if you look where the world headquarters of the United Nations is, it's like the same building as the World Congress of Freemasonry. And Alger Hiss was a communist, and he was imprisoned for communism, and he wrote the United Nations Charter. And the United Nations Charter is the supreme rule of the land in America because it overrules any other law, even the Constitution. Well, we don't have constitutional jurisdiction because of a case in Georgia. I forget the case name, but we're not parties to the Constitution. Therefore, we have no constitutional rights, and we've been contracted into basically we're franchisees of a nonprofit corporation ran by the Virginia Company, which is owned by British. And if you become a lawyer, you have to pass the bar exam, and you have to have permission to use the copyrighted laws, which were copyrighted by the British. And the acronym for BAR, the first letter, is British, because they're British copyrighted laws. And a lot of people in this country are suffering where their children are taken from them, and homeless are like not being allowed to be fed, and they can't ask for money or food. Like, it's illegal in certain areas for homeless people to do that. It's becoming illegal to protest in Michigan. Are you still there?
Yeah, man, you need your own show.
Oh, well, I talk to Freeman a lot. Do you know who that is? Or actually, I talked to his
I'm sorry, who do you talk to?
Oh, this dude Freeman, he's really cool. He's like a researcher, a truth seeker type person, but there's a lot of researchers out there.
You're talking about Freeman Fly?
Yeah. But he doesn't have a lot of time to talk on the computer, so I relay a lot of information to his girlfriend. Or I think it's his wife, actually. But there's a lot of researchers out there that are basically like, I mean, there's a lot of UFOologists that were proven by William Cooper to be CIA agents. And there's no doubt in my mind, if you did background checks, and every person claiming to be a researcher, you would find their involvement with these organized groups. because there's disinformation spreading like viruses, and people are swallowing it, and they're believing it, and they don't understand, like, they don't understand what's at stake. It's like we don't have constitutional money in this country, in the whole country. There's no money that's constitutional that breaks contract with the government is the Constitution. That's what holds the constitutional republic together. And for there to be democracy, that's a trick. Like Jordan Maxwell says, what's democracy? 49 whites voting and hanging one black. That's democracy. If you don't like it, get the hell out. Like, all these people, they're all anti-this and all anti-that, but when they're saying that they're anti-this and they're anti-that, typically they're saying they're anti-American, because America is about freedom. and there's a lot of people, there's a lot of movements out there that are, there's the coercion of the secret societies over the profane. They coerce them into, they're trying to get them to destroy what's left of the constitutional republic by rioting. Because they have to.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate your call tonight.
One more word. They have to usher in. They have to destroy the old republic to usher in the new republic.
Okay. Thanks for touching base with us tonight, man. Take care. All right. All right, John, you still with us?
Yeah.
Did you retain all that?
He's talking about the sovereign freeman movement.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, yeah.
The freeman on the land and remedy for, because, I mean, you know.
Yeah.